Yes, it's that time of year again, coming up to the end of year message from Housing Europe to all of our members, our colleagues. And to do that, we've come just a few streets from the Housing Europe Centre to a scene that you'll probably be seeing a lot of next year, the European Parliament. Obviously, we're going into 2024, an election year. Impossible to predict the exact outcome of those elections, but I think what we can be reassured of is that the importance of your work, of our work together, is even more important than ever. How are we preparing for that? So as you know, we've put together our manifesto, and that we will be presenting here at the European Parliament on the 25th of January, and I hope to see many of you here joining us. It's going to be a fast-paced start to the year because just a month later, on the 5th of March, we will be seeing the continuation of the rebirth of the informal housing ministers meeting at European level. As we know, there was a 13-year gap. However, this is now gaining momentum, and EU ministers responsible for housing will come together in Liège to discuss this common challenge. So, time to look forward, but of course, also time to take a moment to reflect on 2023. And what has been keeping the Housing Europe team busy for a big part of that year? Of course, it's been the negotiations of the Energy Performance of Building Directive. So we are very close to seeing a final text there. And of course, the next focus is going to be on the implementation. So making sure that the resources are there to make this energy transition and the so-called renovation wave a fair one, which doesn't leave people behind. To this end, we met also for the very first Finance Summit and the kickoff of our Finance Working Group to do just that. And we saw 5 ministers turning up to that summit, a clear sign that they share this challenge and that they know what needs to be done. We also saw this year a real sign of the expansion of the network, not only in Europe but beyond, and gathering in a city which is really at the coalface of the housing crisis, so Barcelona, a city that has only 2% social housing and is struggling to bring up that percentage. So we saw over 2,000 people coming together, practitioners, NGOs, policymakers, housing providers, coming together for the 4th edition of the International Social Housing Festival, showing indeed again the relevance of our work and your work in Europe, but also globally. So here we go. Let me share on behalf of all of the Housing Europe team, best wishes for 2024, and let's hope it's a good one.